Hello, hello. It is AD with Kayxztarot, Tarot, and I'm going to be doing your pick a card reading again. And this is for just general guidance and stuff of that nature. So this one isn't nearly as specific as love. You know, this is just what energies are present in my life right now. What can I pay attention to? What can I work on? That type of deal. Okay, so take a moment to pick a deck. Whichever one speaks to you, and then we're going to go from there. Okay. Okay, hola number ones. If you pick deck number one or stack number one or however you want to interpret that, this is going to be for you. Before we begin, just a quick reminder, I am still doing the $15 6-card special, so do not forget to check that out. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys, and leave me a comment below if this in fact resonated with you or if it didn't. Feedback is always welcome. So we're going to pick from the Angels of Atlantis deck and see what we got going. Okay, number ones? Oops. Ooh. This is a harder deck to shuffle, but ooh, we got it. One. All right. Oops. All right. So from the bottom of this deck, we have gratitude. All right. Beautiful energy for the bottom of the deck. So this seems that there is a need to be grateful about what you have going. Remember to give thanks. Remember to really appreciate the things that you have, because they're really not guaranteed. My grandmother just had a birthday, and like she had a stroke a couple months ago, and so now we're coming to the thing, towards the end of the year. It's just like, wow, the end of this year could have looked totally different, than it does. Even if it's not what I want, it could have always been worse, and note, there is a focus on abundance here, right, with all this fruit and family time. So this is a time to be grateful for family, for friends, for people who, add to your life opposed to take. That is so rare. Somebody that you can, share with. Oh, look. And then we have trust here. Okay. Love. Let's pull one more. And friendship. All right. So again, you guys are really... Number one, you guys are building a foundation for a relationship. I'm sorry, I keep moving these, but okay, I feel like that's good. All right, sorry about that. But it seems like you guys are truly building a foundation here of trust and love and deep friendship. This might not be romantic, right? And it could be romantic. You could be finding friendship in your partner, as my humble opinion, you always should. But it seems like, number ones, what's happening here is there's a focus on those who are around you and what energies they're bringing towards you. There's a lot of positivity here. In some sense, people are going to be grateful for you and the friendship that you brought into their life, the love that you brought into their life, because it's so freaking rare. So with this love and friendship and trust here, you have to learn how to trust others and trust yourself. But I feel like this is something where you're learning that you can trust somebody. You're learning that you can trust and love people around you, because you're going to be bringing together a lot. For a lot of us, it's holiday season, right? So this is just a time. Look, and we even have Jesus here. Sorry if you're not Christian, but as far as what Jesus symbolizes, okay? It's Christmas, and here you are. So it seems like you guys are really going to be enjoying this next phase, this next chapter that you're entering in, because you're surrounded by such beautiful energy and people, right? And that's something to be extremely grateful for. That's something to show extreme gratitude for, because in moments like these, it can be kind of rare and hard, to make sure that you're on the right path and the people around you have the best, intentions for you. Again, really focusing on that trust. And so I think that you're giving and receiving love, right? So we have the friendship card here, right? And there's two bodies here, okay? I know you can't see it with the glare, but there's two bodies here, and they're like holding one another. So it's mutual. This is a really positive reading. This is awesome. Card number ones. Yeah, the King of Pentacles here. So again, focus with abundance. A lot of you guys are going to be dealing with abundance in practical manners and home manners. This could be dealing with, you know, a husband or just a father figure, paternal figures. Just having a... I'm sorry, but I'm trying to I'm like hearing something, but like just having an energy where it's mutual and you're okay giving. There's a self-love with Pinnacle energy here. Now's the time, you know, okay, that's what I'm getting. All right, so you guys have really worked very hard and you've had support with you, you know, now you're in a place where you can even share, or you're going to be in the receiving end of something. But there's just a lot of just mutual satisfaction here. And it seems like you didn't do it alone, and now you're going to be... And now at the end of this year, you're really going to be grateful. Right, and you guys, look at this. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. So look at this, friendship, two people bringing together that are focused on the same things between you. You have a lot of options, okay? Because you manifested them. You're just surrounded by abundance. This is absolutely beautiful, number ones. But some of you guys are really meeting somebody, and it doesn't have to be romantic, okay? This could be a business partnership. This can be anything. But it seems like there is really... You're going to be meeting somebody who is like-minded. You guys are on the same page. And there's just so many possibilities where you can take this. So remember to be grateful and trust in the hand that you're being dealt, especially coming into this next year. But it seems like friendship is going to be such a heavy vibration for a lot of you guys. Okay, so I'm going to pull one more card from the Ethereal deck. But beautiful energy, number ones. Whoops. All right, let's see what popped out. 44. Okay. Hold on one second while I get out my handy dandy notebook. And this is from the Ethereal deck. All right, 44, body. The temple speaks to how you treat yourself physically. Your spirituality can be expressed through your body, but through your body is related to the physical. The physical well-being is a result of the application of physical world rules. Focus on the body temple is for the purpose of well-being on this level of yourself, okay? So, and like I was saying earlier, I'm not sure, but anytime I see the Queen of Pentacles, this to me is focusing on self-care. You know, that's an earthy energy. So that's Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Again, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo with the King energy. But specifically with the Queen of Pentacles, she represents self-care of the physical world, right? So when you're dealing with earth energy, okay, it's very, very physical, all right? They're very practical. They're very grounded on in this earth. When you deal with like Taurian energy, it's ruled by Venus, which is sensuality, okay? So when you're asking to connect that, you know, through your body, like the card says, you know, you can express yourself, spirituality, through sex, right? Through bonding. There's just going to be a bond here. That's so great. And for some of you guys, it is going to be expressing yourself, your love, through sex, okay? So really sexy reading, honestly, number ones, you know, and if you're not, you know, that this could be dance and all that, but I'm just getting a sensuality here because it's built on a foundation, you know, and when you build something on a solid foundation with all this pentacle here and an actual friendship, words can't speak to the mutual love that you can experience with somebody when you genuinely know them and you care for them, okay? So number one, this is going to be a turn, really focus on, you know, your body. That is kind of, and what your body's telling you. Some of you guys could be going through changes, who fucking knows, but really center into your body and make sure that you're nurturing yourself and you're loving yourself first, because if you love yourself, then people have no choice but to love you. Do you know what I'm saying? And if they don't, then it means nothing to you. You can continue to move and thrive. So it's asking you to really tune into yourself. Really tune into yourself in like a physical sense. Some of you guys could be focusing on abundance, but again, truly remember that you're not as far on the journey as you thought you were. You're certainly coming closer to the end of a cycle, okay? So this is really awesome. This is a really good energy closing out the end of the year for you number ones, and really exciting stuff. I can't wait to see what y'all say, all right? Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check out the description box below for that $15 special, and I will be seeing you soon. Thank you, number ones. Peace. Hello, number twos. This is for you if you picked deck number 2, which is our Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland. One of my favorite decks, absolutely. And so basically, before we begin, please don't forget to check out the description box for that information for the $15 6-card special. Sorry, that was so difficult to get out. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you are new. So happy to see you. I bet you thought I forgot about you guys. No, I didn't forget. And so thank you for your patience as I got this pick a card reading out. But yeah, so this is just like, you know, typical energy, seeing what we're working with, seeing what comes up. And yeah, let's get into it, number twos, okay? All right. Woof. We have 2 flippers, all right? So we had a personal, oops, can we get that? A personal issue reaches resolution, all right? Really awesome energy, look. And then the end of a tough cycle approaches. So number twos, wow, you guys are... to repeat exactly what the card said, you guys are really closing out a pretty tough cycle. That's absolutely beautiful, especially with Capricorn. You know, that's symbolized by Saturn, and Saturn is a tough teachers, and it seems like you guys had to learn about something that has to deal with your emotions. You guys have been going kind of through a roller coaster is really what I'm getting. But, you know, and it's been tough, and you've hung in there. You really have hung in there, and now you're going to see that conclusion and how beautiful to come now, you know, specifically at the end of this year, where you're kind of getting some, you know, you're getting some things tidied up so you can move into the next part, this next phase, right? So that's absolutely beautiful, guys. I can't to see what comes up in the actual spreads, but you guys are coming to the end of a very long journey is kind of what I'm imagining. And that's always exciting, to say the least, all right? Let's see, 3, 2, and... all right, 1. Okay. So, at the bottom of this deck, we have nothing will come of this situation. All right, so a lot of you guys are going to be leaving something behind and moving towards something new. I know during the water video that I saw, so I have a feeling there are probably like a lot of water signs that are going to be watching this, number 2 who picked number 2. So a lot of you guys are understanding that something that you've been putting your energy into might not work. Actually, it's just not going to work. And I think that you're okay with that, because sometimes the best thing that can happen is a release. Like, for instance, like I had a friend whose job was looming over his head. Like, you know, for the past few months, it was just like, you know, we're going to be making cuts. If you don't make X amount of sales, then, you know, we're going to have to let you go and blah, 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 blah. So all this was looming over his head for like a very long time. And then finally he got that phone call, was just like, hey, we're letting you go. That's a release. It's scary, but now you know, it's not like that grand piano hanging over your head as you're walking down the street. There's nothing looming over you. There's a freedom in knowing that, like, hey, look, it's just not going to work out. It's time for me to keep it moving, keep it trucking. So I think a lot of you number twos are going to be moving out of that phase. So once you realize nothing's coming in this situation, it's time for me to walk away. You know, you're already putting yourself in a better position, because you know the characters to this game. You know exactly who you're playing with, right? And that's absolutely beautiful. Look, and then your commitment is being tested. Okay? Look at the bigger picture. And then we have, you are good enough. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Move some of these down. Yeah, I love it. All right, your commitment is being tested. And it's funny because as soon as I saw this, I thought it's a commitment to yourself. Your commitment to yourself is being tested. So I'm so happy that you are good enough came out afterwards, because you have to respect yourself more than anybody else respects you. You have to love yourself more than your mama loves you, you know? And so some of you guys, you know, you're being forced to make some decisions, number twos, that are really going to be between, do I settle or do I actually pursue on what I know I'm worth and what I'm good at, okay? So your commitment is certainly being tested. Remember to look at the bigger picture, okay? Especially if it can go kind of like that story that I was telling earlier. It's just kind of like, you know, just because you lost one part, you know, I can see the 5 of Cups coming up here. It's like, just because you're looking at the 3 cups that are spilt on the ground, just because you're looking at the bad part of a situation, zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture so you can see that you're moving. Like, I feel like whatever tough cycle is closing, the answers that you're looking for, right, that you're trying to gain, whatever those are, you're going to have to zoom out from it and look at it from the bigger perspective, because if you focus on the negative side of it, then you won't see how far you've come down the road. This will be a moment in time where, like, you look at it, you know, a year from now, 2 years from now, and you're like, wow, you know, I wouldn't be here if I hadn't lost that job, and, you know, and then this happened. You know, I wouldn't have been here if my water pipe didn't break, and then the plumber that came in was really cute, and we exchanged numbers, and now we're getting married. Like, it's like that type of issue where, like, you're gonna have to look at it objectively, because good is going to come out of the situation. And look, and then you are good enough, and that's always self-explanatory. You know, you could have been very critical of yourself, especially with Virgos. You know, they tend to analyze, it can overanalyze, but that's something that you want to, you know, shy away from. You don't want to do that because you're good enough. You don't want to block your blessings because you're trying to seek perfection. There's no need. There's no need for perfect. God does not ask for perfect. You know, Spirit doesn't ask for perfect. They don't even know they don't even know, they wouldn't even be able to define it. They wouldn't be able to articulate it, right, in words, because it just doesn't exist. So understand that, like, you are good enough for whatever comes your way, as long as you're continuing to strive and love, you know, and understand your worth. Because once you know your worth, then you can attract like-minded people, like-minded things. If you stay kind of in the gutter and you stay in a situation that nothing will happen in, then you're gonna be feeling stuck. Okay, so again, your commitment is being tested to you. Your commitment to your spirituality, your faith, not necessarily to others, but just like your commitment to love, your commitment to growth, expansion, that type, you know, and especially paired with the Sagittarius, that's really what it is. It's just growth, expansion. How far are you willing to push yourself to get exactly what you want? Are you just gonna sit and let it, you know, come to you? Is that your plan? I'm not judging, but, like, is that your plan? Does that seem sound? Okay. Get a couple more cards. We have the King of Pentacles. He made an appearance in the #1 reading. All right. And so this is focusing on abundance. A lot of you guys, this could deal with financial situations. And then look, we have the Jack of Hearts come in. So there could be a message of love or apologies or something. Especially, and this could be, you know, with this heart here and then this male here. Okay. If this has to deal with the relationship, right? And it can just be a relationship with money with this Pentacles here. You know, if you've been seeking closure from a situation, if you've been seeking closure from a person, an apology, you might be receiving that. This person could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, somebody who's very grounded, earthy, practical, you know, financially, fiscally responsible, all that type of stuff. But some of you people are going to see you people. Some of you guys are going to be closing out that cycle with somebody. Is going to end with a heartfelt conversation if this speaks to you from somebody else. But for other people, it's really just a matter of understanding your worth. But you can, again, apply that to any aspect of your life, because that's going to take you farther than anything, right? But there could eventually be a message that is coming in for you guys. Yeah, if this has to do with love or a relationship, it could be a friendship, obviously. This could certainly be a friendship that's resurfacing. Yeah, so there's that. Take that as you will. It was a little different message than I was expecting, but hey, we're rolling. All right, so let's get one more oracle from, ooh, shoot. Sorry, that was a mess. All right, one more oracle from the Ethereal deck. Please, one more message for number 2s. Oops. All right, have 38. Okay. So put that right there. And 38. All right. So here we have shaman. The ability to change the dynamics of a situation by effectively applying understanding of knowledge, experience, and intuition. Tapping both heaven and earth to open up new or alternate worlds or paths. Self-sacrifice for the sake of purpose. Possessing the oversight to affect those in care of the shaman directly or indirectly. Okay. So there are the lessons that you learn from this. So you could either be learning to share these messages. So to kind of tie it back with this person, you know, this entity that could be coming in and trying to speak to you, you could be guiding somebody through this experience. Like I said, like this is something, whatever it is that's happened, this is something that you will be able to look back on and really be able to, I don't know, guide people, because like you'll be like, you know, I've been through something and I came out of the other side okay. And so if you just hang in there and you just remain faithful, you meditate, you breathe, you know, you will be like a shaman and a guide for a lot of people, because you are going to be able to look successful. Like now here's another way to interpret these cards. Now after learning this, you know, shaman, through the message, you know, king is external. So this is how you're appearing. So you could end up appearing as somebody very grounded, earthy, abundance, right? Practical, smart, somebody who's dependable, who gets their shit done, right? And you come and you are able to give these messages to other people and tell people, you know, I was in a situation where it was shitty, but look at me now. Now I'm happy. Now I'm grounded. Now I feel my feet are on the ground. And you're going to be communicating this, right? And you're really going to be screaming it from the rooftops. And people are really going to be looking at you. Look at this picture, like close, if you can see it. Like that is a person who's holding up the weight of the world, standing on, you know, a mountain with a stream of emotions coming down, lightning. Look at all this direction into this portal, okay? That's beautiful. This is really beautiful, because this is kind of like what you've been feeling out, this really small man, this river of emotions for you guys, number 2. But you've done an uphill battle and you come up here and now you kind of have the keys, the answers, not the answers, but you have guidance to those around you that'll certainly be able to look into this and understand that it took those tough cycles, it took those tough times to get to where the fuck you're going, because now you have such a powerful message. You have mastered a part of your life with this king card here. You've mastered it, okay? And through that, you're really going to be spreading messages of love and communicating that, okay? So that's awesome. That's absolutely beautiful, number 2s. I hope that this resonated with you. Again, please don't forget to check out the description box for the special information. And, you know, tune in. I can't wait to see you guys later. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace. Hello, number 3s. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to check out my description box for the information about my $15 6-card special that's going to be going on throughout the month of December. So I would love for you guys to check that out. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this video. Basically, this is just going to be some general energies that are going to come through. You picked the Zodiac deck by Barbra Moore. And so, yeah, that is what we're going to be looking in and focusing in on today. All right. So let's see what Spirit has and what Guide has for you guys. Ooh. Alright, so we just had Taurus pop out, okay? So some of you guys are really focusing on abundance, gathering, and financial, being smart, okay? Being smart about your finances, being smart about how you spend your time and who you hang out and associate with, okay? Taurus can sometimes get a bad rep for being stubborn. Again, they're a fixed sign. So they can get a bad rep for being stubborn because they like things the way that they like things. They're sometimes they can not be open to different realities, but they stick to their truth, all right? So the Taurus he's moving through this energy, okay? He's moving through life right now, but he's very focused. All right, slow and steady can win the race with Taurian energy. There's a sensuality here, ruled by Venus, okay? Ruled by beauty and love, having a taste for the exquisite things. So some of you guys are focusing on your finances to make sure that you can be able to afford the things that you like, that you will. You know, Taurus will spend the money to buy something once, right? They'll get that super expensive fucking vacuum. They'll get the Dyson. So they're like, I will never buy a vacuum again. So some of you guys could be putting in that same energy to your work, to your relationships, to the people that are surrounding you. Just making sure that you go big or go home. And like, if you don't do it right the first time, then why the fuck do it at all? It's kind of what I'm getting with this Taurian energy. Okay, so some of you guys are really focusing, putting your nose to the grindstone. Oops. Had quite a few more pop out. But this deck is a little slippery. Whoa, I don't even, what? Damn, I'm lost. I don't know how to say that. I guess it's slippier. Anyways, we're moving on. All right, so we also had Libra and Pisces. So some of you guys could be putting on, you know, that Taurian energy as you're moving forward to it, focusing on practicality again here with Venus. So a lot of you guys are focusing on beauty, love, sensuality, surrounding yourself with comfort, right? But with the Pisces and the Libra, this is an interesting combination because you're dealing with two signs that work in duality, right? So Libra is bringing balance scales, and then you have Pisces, which is with the two fish, the yin and the yang, okay? So some of you guys are using your intuition and your emotions and your guidance to move in. You know, some of you are having really crazy dreams and all that stuff, but you're trying to get to a place of balance. And so I imagine, you know, if we had Taurus pop out, so we have the Taurus card here, Libra here, and then, you know, the Pisces card here. So some of you guys are really trying to balance out your financial needs and your emotional needs, and you're really, really focused on those two things and combining those two things as you move forward, okay? And so you're going to be using logic in order to get that, but I don't think that they're necessarily in conflict. In fact, I think that they're conjoining together, and so now you're like, wow, my feelings and how I deal with the world are specifically tied to my environment for some of you guys. And so I'm going to make sure that my environment is balanced. Again, my inner circle is balanced. The people that I associate with, the people that I love and hang out with, I'm making sure that we are all balanced, because I can't take a whole bunch of rigmarole. Not in this upcoming year. I'm not one for it. All right, a couple more shuffles. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, we have Mercury, okay? So it seems like a big theme is going to be communication. All right, and so this is Gemini, again with the duality, okay? So we've now have pretty much all of the dual signs make their appearance here with Mercury, and also Virgo. So you could be analyzing for perfection, but it's really just mostly getting your point across to those around you. And I think that your point has to deal with, look, my environment is very important to me, and if you're coming with bad vibes, you know, no bad vibes, bro. If you're coming with that type of energy, then you might as well just turn around at the door. I don't have time for it, and I'm not making time for it, okay? Look, we have Neptune to partner with that Piscean energy, Aries, and Sagittarius. Really, really interesting things going on for you guys, okay? Sorry, here, let me make sure that they're all in here. All right, yeah, so it seems like some of you guys are going to be battling thoughts, not necessarily thoughts, but fantasies and illusions. Neptune has a habit, all right, of kind of blurring the lines, right? It's waves, it's water, okay? This is Poseidon. So when you move in that, water's tricky. You can't see how deep it is sometimes. So some of you are trying to move, right, balance thing, and the way that you're going about it is in a very watery way. Some of you guys could be using intuition in order to get what you want, but some of you guys are certainly just going head fast. There is a will here of expansion and drive, okay? For the Pisces that are watching this, if you happen to be watching this, Pisces, this is that, you know, Mars moving into Pisces that just happened. So a lot of you guys are receiving a lot of energy specifically in your spiritual needs and your spiritual habits, and so now you're kind of in this space where you're receiving so much information. I remember when I first started, I guess people say ascending, I don't know what the trendy term is for it, but basically when I was like losing my mind and like kind of going very deep into my sensuality, going deep into my spirituality, I started having anxiety attacks that I've never had before, and I don't really have a lot of anxieties and all that other stuff, but I started having anxieties attacks because I would just have like all these visions, you know, that I wasn't used to, and receiving all these signals, and I didn't know how to interpret them. So when it was like this onslaught, you know, I was just like, everything that I think is going to be true. So what if I think that, you know, this house is going to burn down? Is it actually going to burn down, or am I just being nuts? So it was like one of those, it was really, again, that balance, okay? And to be completely honest, now that I'm thinking about it with these cards, and I told you I'm a number 3 girl myself, but like I am a Pisces Sun, Taurus Moon, and so there's always that friction between this watery energy and the Taurian energy that keeps me balanced and grounded. So I'm happy that I have it, but you move it, and that's mystic. But the reason why I'm bringing this up, sorry to talk about myself, but the reason why I'm bringing that up is because there is balance that's rooted in that. Some of you guys are using your spirituality and your faith to make moves and expand and grow, right? And Sagittarius, this is one of, for Pisceans or whatever, this is one of the sister signs, because this is also ruled by Jupiter, okay? And we're in Sagittarius season right now. So there's a lot of expansion and growth that is happening, but I'm imagining that there might be some confusion that is coming in about it, which is why I analyze as far as like the Virgo energy, that Gemini energy. There's a logic element that needs to be brought in and adapted, because you're trying to move and make decisions, but it's clouded by thoughts, but it's not thoughts. It's deeper than thoughts. It's really just trying to understand the signs that you're getting. So some of you guys might be having some restlessness and really trying to get to that balance. It's hard to describe. It's really hard to articulate. But if you're going through it, then you know what I'm talking about. If this really resonates with you, then you know what I'm talking about, because there's just a need where you're like, is everything am I following a hunch, or am I being nuts? And with all this fire energy, you're going in it passionately, quickly. You're moving, all right? Aries is representative of I am. So you are who you are as you're moving forth, and you're even communicating that and speaking that truth, right? And Sagittarius represents I perceive. So you're speaking your truth. You're trying to move into your truth. The thing is that it just feels a little clouded. It feels a little murky under waters, but it's just because you're learning how to interpret those signs, okay? Especially if you're learning, you know, meditation or anything that has to do with the occult or spirituality and that sense. Let's see. Ooh, right, the 4 of Pentacles. So there's a need to release. There's a need to release something here. There's holding on, and I'm telling you, to the 3 of Wands. All right, so some people are waiting for something to come in as you're moving forward, but it's getting difficult for you to wait, because it's hard to describe what you're even waiting for. You know, you're just like, I'm just waiting for something to happen. So a lot of you guys are holding on and holding back, but you feel like your feet moving, like you're how do I word, I'm sorry, number 3s, but it's like your body is ready, but your spirit is not, okay? And so you're kind of in this state of not moving, which is probably why duality has been such a theme here, because when you're perfectly balanced, right, there's no movement that's happening. But I don't think that you guys are perfectly balanced yet, but I feel like you know that that's an element that needs to come in, and so you're figuring out how to do that. And in that, with this 3 of Wands, you've turned your back on situations, you've turned your backs on people, and you're holding yourself back, because you have to truly learn how to articulate what it is that you've learned from this journey. Okay, so some of you guys feel renewed, and you're like, oh man, I'm restarting, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to fight for it. And you're learning how to speak your truth and communicate that, but you have to hold back from all these emotions so you know what's real and what is not, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna pull one more card from the Ethereal deck. Woo, shoot, you know what, I'll take it. I'm gonna take it because it flew out. And so we have 16 here. But it's like the absolutely unbridled and infinite energy. The energy has no bias or intent, purpose or direction until one is given to it. This energy is you or around you and is simply asking for your direction. Letting go of all the things that we don't want it to create. Its only function is to create. What it creates is determined by you. Lack of direction, focus, or choice will result in wildly random results, possibly negative ones, okay? The biggest thing with that is what I was saying is like you guys are working. Where are you putting this energy? There's so much energy in this little orb, in this ball, and it can go in any direction. And look at all this passion that's here. Look at all this fire that's here. But again, you're going to have to work through those waters, those internal waters with you. I'm so happy that this card came out because it tied up what I was trying to say. I was like, I want to articulate something, but a lot of you guys are receiving a lot of spiritual guidance and information, and it's just, where are you going to direct it? You have all this energy here. I am the I am. Here's my truth. I'm going to share that. And this is what I'm feeling, right? This is what I'm feeling spiritually, emotionally. So there is a need to let go and look out. Turn around. Turn around and focus on where are you sending these ships? Where are they going? And now is extremely imperative for you, number threes, to channel that energy as you move forth. There's certainly a need of channeling some energy for you guys. And that's beautiful because you always have absolute control over your situation. You'll always have that, okay? So as you move forward, especially in this upcoming year, make sure that you are honest with yourself. Make sure that you're releasing negative energies because you are in such a power. This is ultimate manifestation, right? This is you. So you're going to have to be very mindful and very diligent in your thoughts and in your energy, because there's a lot of fire here and it's clouded or enhanced, right, by your emotions and by spirit. So really meditate, pay attention to how you're directing this energy and this focus. Don't continue to hold on to things. There's some things that just need to be released, but I am sensing some stagnation on y'all's end. But I think that it's time to take this moment of stagnation and then just kind of not go with the flow, but take this moment and really study and analyze what's happening so you know how to move forward, okay? So thank you, number threes, for tuning in. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to check out the description box below, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.